Yo guys, so I got another video here for you. One of the most common questions that I get asked is my settings, but since I've already covered that, I'm going to cover another one of the most common questions. What is the best weapon? Which gun should I be using? I'm just gonna run through each gun in the game real quick. I mean, I have what I would consider among the some of the best knowledge of weapons in this game, as I have G100. I have G100 like 16 guns, I think we're at this point. So let's start. R201 would be one of my highest recommendations for a starting weapon, along with the R101, which is next. They're both just very consistent weapons, good range, generous reloads, decent magazine size, lots of aim assist. Both just solid weapons. You can't go wrong. So there's a reason that when people ask me what I would recommend, those two, the R series guns, are always in my top suggestions. Hemlock, it's okay. I mean, it's nothing too special. If you're wanting to use an assault rifle but you don't want anything too crazy, I mean, I recommend it. It's decent at mid-range. Alright gun. G2, insane. G2 is fantastic. It's like a 3-shot kill from any range, and when you use amped weapons, it's a 2-shot at any range. So it's strong, really strong. That'd be another gun I'd recommend to a new player. Flatline. It's not what it used to be. Gun used to be able to 2-bullet while amped. At that point, that thing was terrifying, but just like the Hemlock, I mean, I'd say it's a decent gun if you want something different and you feel like using an assault rifle. Not too strong, but it works. SMGs, my weapons of choice. The car, gun that I've used the most by far. You can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong with the car. Everything about it is consistent. Consistent is its first name. It's got a good reload, it's got a good magazine size, you can ADS it, you can hip fire it, the range isn't all that bad, melts with amped weapons. It's just a great weapon. That's another gun I'd recommend next to the R series guns. Alternator, strong. It's really strong, but it's definitely not a beginner weapon. I'd say once you get the grips of the game a little bit, I'd recommend messing around with this gun. Hip fire is phenomenal on it, but yeah, it's got a slightly smaller magazine size than the car, and it's not nearly as forgiving as the car is. A good gun nonetheless. Volt's solid. Volt, kind of like where I'd classify like the Hemlock and the Flatline. It's just kind of like middle ground. You want to use, you feel like using an SMG, but don't want to use anything too strong. I mean, there's the Volt. It's fun. It's a very fun gun. It's very accurate. Not overly strong. It's fun. Like I said, fun. R97, decent gun. Similar to the Volt. It's nothing meta-like. It's good. It can hit decently hard, but I mean, you're looking for meta. I mean, this is probably your third or fourth choice when it comes to an SMG, with your top choices either being car or alternator, depending on how you play. LMGs, Spitfire. If you're new to Titanfall, you don't know the legend that is the Spitfire. I don't want to recommend it because of the damage it does and how scary it is to fight, but I mean, I'm not going to steer you the wrong way. The Spitfire is probably the strongest stationary weapon in the game. I mean, if you don't feel like learning the movement in the game and you just kind of want to kick back, chillax a little bit, and just get kill after kill, Spitfire is the gun for you. Hellstar, great gun. Super fun weapon. It's got good hipfire, got solid ADS. I mean, when I've used it, I like just kind of like, you know, running around like a madman and just spamming it. It's a super spammy, fun weapon. It's definitely not nearly as good as the Spitfire, but it's good. Another one of those middle tier weapons. Devotion. Devotion is definitely the weakest of the LMGs by far. It's very underwhelming. At launch, I would say it was one of the strongest weapons in the game next to the Hemlock, but it is a shell of its former self. Snipers. I have the least experience with these, so my knowledge on these is minimal, but I mean, Kraber. One shot, one kill. I mean, can't go wrong with that if you like sniping. Use it, man. Double take. Felt a little bit underwhelming in my experience with it. Same with the DMR. The DMR used to be a one-shotter at launch when it was amped, but yeah, I don't mess with them much. Shotguns. Eva is solid. I mean, if you can close the gap in a fight quick enough, you're looking at one of the best close range weapons in the game by far. Gun hits hard, especially when it's amped. Oh, you can clean out a room with the Eva. Mastiff. Sometimes I think of it as a sniper. When you amp that gun up, man, the range that you can hit people, even the one-shot range is phenomenal when it's amped. But yeah, both shotguns. I've been using word fun a lot, and that's what a lot of these guns are, man. Not everything in this game is meta or about outplaying people. It's just about enjoying the movement, about feeling free and doing crazy stuff with your guns. Which brings me to the next class. Fun. SMR. I don't see very many people use this at all, but you can absolutely incinerate people when it's amped, and even when it's unamped. You just gotta get used to the crosshairs. EPG, lots of fun, super fun. One shot direct impact will kill. Splash damage isn't super generous, but generous enough that once you figure out the way that the splash damage works, you'll be wiping lobbies with this thing. Softball. I used it a little bit earlier today and I had a good time. I mean, as long as you're hitting people with the sticky shots, then you're getting one-shot kills. If not, like the EPG, it's gonna take multiple shots. But it's something I feel like you can eventually adjust to. Cold War. This has probably been like my favorite gun for the past couple weeks. My favorite weapon changes all the time, but Cold War has been an absolute blast for me. Literally. Literally. You want some of the most fun you can have on this game. Cold War on Complex, Cold War on Glitch. It's just so much fun. It's a little bit easy to use once you figure out the way it works. But you know, splash damage equals kills, direct impacts, not so much. And once people get the hang of you going for the splash damage, they tend to jump around a bit, which makes it a little more difficult. But highly recommend the Cold War if you're looking for a fun gun to use. Wingman Elite. It's not anything near what the Wingman is on Apex, but it does work. Good hip fire, good ADS. All in all, solid weapon. Mozambique. Did I say fun? Man, fun. Fun. Everything. Every gun in this game is just so much fun in it. That's what keeps me here. I'm like, I find something different that I want to use. Like every other day, I'm like, I haven't tried that yet. I haven't tried that combo yet. And recently Mozambique is something I got into as well. When I was looking for like a different gun to get to max level. It hits hard, especially when it's amped. You can get some pretty consistent one shots at an okay range. Interestingly enough, this used to be a secondary weapon, so it was pretty cool running Mastiff and Mozambique together at like a double shoddy combo. A little sad that's not there anymore, but yeah, Mozambique is something I'll be definitely experimenting more with over the next couple weeks. Yeah. Secondaries, your best secondary of the three at the moment is probably the RE45. Hammond isn't too bad. Hammond is alright, especially with the amps. It's a 2 or 3 shot to the head, something like that, but you're better off sticking to your primary weapons, to be honest, unless you're trying to like finish off a kill. B3 Wingman, it's heartbreaking seeing this gun, because it used to one shot when it was amped, and it was so much fun back then. It's like using a golden gun from Destiny. Anti-Titan weapons, I mean, I don't really play Titans, so I don't really have much to say about all of these. I like the Thunderbolt though. Thunderbolt's not bad. But yeah, all in all, you guys are looking for good starter weapons. I mean, literally the first guns you unlock are the best selections. The R series for ARs, the Carve for SMGs, and the Spitfire for LMGs. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, be sure to check out my stream at twitch.tv/I'm2OP. That's it for now, you guys. See you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.